What's going on, guys? This is Mac for B4YB. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Slim Combo from Logitech versus the new Combo Touch. Alright, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is Logitech's new Combo Touch keyboard case for the iPad Air and iPad Pro 10.5. So if you're an iPad Air owner or iPad Pro 10.5 owner, this is honestly the perfect accessory that you can buy. I'd go as far as to say that this is probably more important than the Apple Pencil, unless you absolutely need the Apple Pencil if you're an artist, whatever like that. So the Logitech Combo Touch is the company's latest iteration when it comes to a successful keyboard line. They have had a lot of different accessories and keyboard cases, and this is their newest addition, including a trackpad into the keyboard case. The Combo Touch is going to cost you about $150. You can get it from Apple's website, apple.com, or Logitech's own website. And strangely enough, it was available first on Apple's website, and that's where I personally ordered mine. So the first thing I want to discuss is the design. Now, the design of the new Combo Touch is really nice. It has this nice minimalistic look, and it's very subtle. It comes in this nice light gray color, and wrapped around all over this device is this nice soft fabric-like material, kind of reminiscent of things you would see on a Google Home and other devices like that. Although I really like the color, I was kind of hoping that Logitech would give us options when it comes to colors. You know, the light gray looks cool, but I was hoping for a darker shade of gray. Personally, I prefer darker colors or the color black. And yeah, that was like one of my complaints, because I don't know how well over time this shade of gray is going to last, if it's going to stain or things like that. So it's just one concern. With this new two-piece design, it's so simple to just snap it on and close the case, and it gives it this very nice cohesive look. I like that a lot. I think that this is put together really well. Comparing this to the old Slim Combo, this feels like a much more solid device when it's closed. Now let's talk about the biggest addition to this whole keyboard cover case thingamajig, whatever this is. It's that trackpad, that glass trackpad, and how satisfying those clicks are. So the trackpad is completely made out of glass, and if you've ever used a MacBook from like the 2012 era of MacBooks, this is very familiar because it has that same dive board mechanism, and it's very smooth, has great tracking, very tactile clicks. I like it a lot. I personally like to tap to touch, and thankfully in iPad OS this is a native feature that you can enable. So I'm glad that we saw this here and that there are options for things like this. iPad OS really having these features baked in to the operating system really starts to separate itself from just regular iOS. So I'm thankful that there are all these new features. Another great thing about this trackpad are the gestures. They're very intuitive and very simple and very easy to pick up. Like I said, if you've ever used a Mac before in the past, or if you have a Mac right now, the gestures are very similar and it's just second nature for you, and you'd be able to learn them easily. Because of this native support with iPad OS and having this trackpad, just snapping it on using the smart connector, it really feels like this product was just built for this device since day one. Like, I feel like if this came out on day one, this would have changed the game. But it's nice to see that Logitech is still making an effort for these accessories for owners of iPad Airs and older iPad Pros. Unfortunately, you can't get this on the bigger iPad Pro. Only the older 10.5, because they share the same dimensions as the iPad Air. So let's talk about the keyboard itself. The keys are actually really nice. They feel really good, have decent travel, and they're very clicky. They remind me of the old scissor switch keyboards from the older Macs. Now, I wouldn't say it's exactly like that because there's less travel here, but it's still decent enough. And because they had to fit in the trackpad, they cramped up this section for the keys, so it is less space compared to the older Slim Combo. Now, the older Slim Combo had much more space and was much more comfortable to type on, but after a day of using this, I already personally got used to typing on this and made minimal errors. The layout is great, and I'm glad that there's a row for media shortcuts. something Apple didn't even do with their new Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro latest version. I'm really happy with this keyboard. It works really good. I was able to type out a lot of emails, a lot of messages, and even type out a lot of scripts, kind of like the script that I typed for this video. Overall, I'm really happy with the new Combo Touch keyboard case. I feel like it's probably one of the best accessories you can invest in when it comes to your iPad Air or iPad Pro. So with that said, let's take a look at the older Slim Combo. Now the older Slim Combo, I've had this keyboard case since day one, since I first bought my iPad Pro, and I have to say, till this day, it has stood the test of time. I've dropped this keyboard case several times, and it's protected my iPad from all kinds of damage. And this part in particular has fallen off. The keyboard section of it has fallen off so many times, and I've banged it, dropped it on the floor from crazy heights, and it still works. So that's a testament to the durability of this product. So thank you, Logitech, for creating such a durable product that could stand a lot of beating. One of the biggest issues I've had with this design is this flap over here. It's a little hard to explain. With the newer one, you have less of that gap. With this older one, you have a bigger flap, and because of that, when this case is closed, it moves around. You know, even with your iPad in it, it still moves around. So the problem with that is it just doesn't feel as cohesive as I'd like it to be. Unlike the newer case, when you have the cover on, it snaps, and it just sits flush in there. So I like that a lot about the newer case, and the old one didn't really do that. The Slim Combo had a very basic look. It was just this plastic two-piece design. At the front, you had some fabric-like material, but that's about it. I like that it was black and it came in a darker color. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The case didn't protect or wrap around all of the sides of the iPad, and as you can see here, there were some bigger gaps, but I do have to say the volume rocker felt much better on this one than compared to the new Slim Combo. Now let's talk about the keyboard part of this keyboard case. This is probably the best keyboard cover at the time of release, and I say that because at the time Apple didn't even have a backlit keyboard for their own iPads. So Logitech creating this keyboard case, I think it felt like a no-brainer, and once again they included the media shortcut keys, which Apple didn't have in their own keyboard. So yeah, overall this was the best you can get at the time. Until this day, you know, it's still a great keyboard, lots of space, and like I said, much better than any Butterfly Mac keyboard out there. So good job, Logitech. Overall, I feel like this was an excellent keyboard case. The kickstand till this day is still very tight, very strong, very sturdy. I think that this is another aspect of this keyboard case where I feel like it's a little more durable. That kickstand of this feels much more durable than the one on the new Combo Touch. So I guess we're just gonna have to see over time how well the one in the Combo Touch holds up. Overall, it was an excellent case at the time, and till now it's still a very solid product. But for $130 brand new, when something like the Combo Touch exists, I really don't see the point in you purchasing this. Now, if you already own this keyboard case and you're thinking about upgrading to the new Combo Touch, that's kind of personal preference there. Do you really think that the trackpad is worth $150 because you're basically buying a whole new case? That's up to you. I personally feel like it was worth doing the upgrade because it brought a lot of new life to my iPad Pro. And like I said in my previous videos, I use my iPad Pro for a lot of different things. You can go and check the videos over here where I talk about my iPad Pro and what I use it for. But anyways, so if you don't own a keyboard case yet for your iPad Air or iPad Pro 10.5, honestly, there's no other recommendation I would make than to get this Combo Touch, because it's probably the best overall case that you're going to have for the rest of your iPad's life. Now, is this Combo Touch keyboard case going to revolutionize the way you work? Probably not, but it's significant enough for me to recognize the fact that just having this little accessory has done wonders for me when it comes to my productivity, when it comes to work, and really makes me utilize my iPad more than I used to, which I already did use a lot. I use it every day, and now I'm using it more for work and typing out scripts and things of that nature. Just the general browsing. When I don't want to do it on my desktop, I can do it on my iPad. So at the end of the day, the Logitech Combo Touch is the winner. Probably the best thing that you can buy right now for an iPad Air, iPad Pro. I know I sound like a broken record, but it seriously is that good. So, yeah. If you guys like this video or want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it when you guys hit that like button. It helps me out. It helps the video out. And please share this video with your friends. If you have any friends that are interested in a case like this or are thinking about buying one and have the Slim Combo, the older one. Alright, well, thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.